Hey there, my name is Truly Myers and I am the autoimmune pain expert. And today I want to talk to you about things that get in the way of getting us in our journeys to where we want to go in terms of our health. But this could be, in a lot of different areas of life, but specifically to health. And I want to speak directly to any of you who currently, right now, have the pain, the symptoms, the chronic condition that has been, just getting worse over time. It's most likely that this has been something that's been plaguing you and harming you for a long period of time. And I want to speak to you today because, I do talk with a lot of people who are in an incredible amount of suffering. They're experiencing the, not only the pain, but things that go along with taking the medications that, are prescribed for autoimmune conditions. They're experiencing the side effects that go with that. And there's the disfigurement of some of these autoimmune conditions. It's attacking the joints, it's attacking the body's tissue, and, they're losing function over time. Slowly by slowly, they're losing function, and it really, depends on the person in terms of how quickly that happens. So there's an incredible amount of, aside from the physical stuff, there's an incredible amount of mental anguish that goes with this. And this mental anguish is a huge part of why people are not able to even see that there is a solution available to them. I could show you, all these studies after studies of how effective natural healing methods are for autoimmune conditions. I could show you there's numerous success stories of people who have addressed just about every condition, every autoimmune condition, from fibromyalgia to psoriatic arthritis to lupus. All of these things have been addressed and resolved and function restored with natural healing protocol. But with that mental anguish that goes with the physical suffering, so, feeling trapped. If you're immobile, you're probably not leaving the house very much. You're probably not as social as you used to be. You're probably feeling more and more isolated because of the inability to just get up and go and do something when you want to do it. All of this thing can take a toll mentally. So a lot of people struggle with depression and suicidal thoughts, and again, that feeling of being trapped inside a small space of your house and not being able to leave, and not knowing that there will ever be a time in the future when that will be better. Not having that, just feeling out of control in that way. This is a formula for mental misery, and that mental misery builds on itself. So it is not only just the symptoms, the health symptoms that are going on, the physical symptoms that are going on, but that mental anguish and misery is growing also. So the disease may be progressing at a slow rate, but the mental anguish that's growing is also progressing. And this is part of what keeps people stuck. It keeps them in a belief system that they can't ever get better. So when they are presented with a solution, if they're presented with, I have an autoimmune disease solution for you, I have a science-backed solution for you that others have done and achieved wonderful success and results with, it is not able to get past that mental agony that has blown up so much in their minds about their inability to believe that is possible. So there is a solution, and it is, it is for those who are able to get enough past that mental block about whether they can get better, and to the point where they believe that it's possible, and they believe that they are worth it. Okay? There are, in terms of, making that investment in themselves gets to be weighed, has to be weighed. And people start to think, well, this is too expensive. I can't afford this. And really, when you look at all of the symptoms and all of the things that are going on, it is clear that it's not just about not being able to afford it, but it's about whether that person has really made a mental understanding in their head that they're sick and tired of being sick and tired. They've suffered enough, and an investment in themselves is worth the cost. And when people talk to me about I don't think I can afford a health solution right now. Well, I'll tell you what is unaffordable. It's unaffordable to have a life where you feel like you're 20, 30 years older than you actually are. That's not affordable for anybody. It's not affordable to feel trapped and isolated in your own home with your mobility getting worse and worse every day. No one should have that as their life. And that is not, that is expensive. That is costing a massive amount on a person's mental health, on their ability to keep, it's expensive to not feel like you have a purpose, feel like you're able to, have a job, bring in an income. That's expensive. It's expensive to have the lack of no energy in how they are with their partner. It's expensive to get a divorce because of no energy. There's no energy there for the relationship that they're in. That's expensive. It's expensive to have an endless, literally lifetime prescriptions of things that they need to be taking. There's no end in sight on the prescription drugs. Those are just something that's like, this is what it is. Here you are, you're taking this for the rest of your life. There is, and it's expensive to have to be constantly scheduling all of the different appointments, whether it be for a doctor, whether it be for, acupuncture, chiropractor, things that people have been trying that have not resulted in the solution, in the results that they're looking for. That's expensive to be forking over dollar after dollar, year after year for supplements and prescription medications that are not helping, that are probably making things worse because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what's what, which is the good thing, which is not. That's expensive. That's costing you. And that is, what is going to happen with next year? How much mobility will you have next year? Is it worth it to you to just not know what path you're taking? Is it worth it to you to stay in this place of lack of control? And this is also about the quality of your life. Are you worth it to have a better quality of life? Is it worth it to you to make an effort to get the support that you need to change that and to make a difference in how you feel, so that you can feel like, living into your 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s is going to be worth it, is going to be joyful, so that you will be the person that says, you know what, if I were to come back after I'm dead, I want to come back as me, because of how much joy you get out of your life. Everyone has a right to that. Everyone has that. Everyone should be able to fulfill their purpose, their ultimate joy in who they are and how they feel and how their life will play out for them. Everyone has that right. You know, it's expensive to lose the mobility. It's expensive to lose your functioning. It's expensive to have that misery hanging over your head every day that's just growing by the day, of feeling just out of control, depressed, angry. That is hard to do every day. Have that just growing over time, and it's costing all of the people who love you when they lose you. And that is another thing, you know, is this worth losing your life for? Or is it important enough for you to say, you know what, I've tried all these things, they have not worked. I am ready to take a solution that is science-backed, that I know will be, you know, that I have the belief system that my body has the knowledge and the special intelligence already within me. My body has that. I just need to access it. I just need help. I need a partner to help me access that. And, you know, that belief system, to get to that point of, this is worth it to me, I am worth it, I am worth investing in, I am worth getting better, I am worth putting a stop to this progression of deteriorating mentally and physically. And when that person gets to that place, then things can really start to happen. If you have the right health coach in place, a partner, professional that can help you get to where you need to be, then it's not just you on your own. And that's what it's been. It's been you on your own, trying to figure out what's the best thing to do, what's the best thing to take, what's the best thing to eat, and trying to overcome the literally growing heavy weight of the mental anguish and agony and misery of having to deal with these symptoms and having them get worse. So I want to encourage you. I posted a link to more information about my work, about what it is that I do and how I approach a solution for many different autoimmune conditions. And I'd encourage you to take a look at that and make a decision about yourself, about whether this is a time, if now's the time. You know, no more waiting, no more seeing what's out there, but now's the time to make a difference, to start something new, to find that special solution that will get you to where you want to be in terms of getting to the healthiest place you want to be. And I'll also tell you that, you know, there was a woman who was in that place, was in the mental agony place of literally years and years and years of struggling with psoriatic arthritis, with lots of open wounds, lots of full body itching, lots of fatigue, years and years and years with this. And she had a moment where she was at that place where she was so done with the symptoms, and found a professional that she could partner with that could help her navigate through the science, through what she needs to do to heal her body. And I mean, she'll say, you know, I was desperate at that point, but you know, she got to that place, and you know, this person is much, much better for having done that. She's no longer on the medications that she was on. She has resolved the skin problems that she has, and she literally amazed her doctors after putting her mind, putting herself, that this was an important investment for her to make. She was able to achieve the results that she's always wanted, but maybe mentally, you know, 10 years before, wasn't there yet. Wasn't at the place where she really believed that she could get better, or she really believed that it was worth it to invest in this solution for herself. So I would encourage you to believe in yourself and believe that it's possible, and I would love to help you do that. So I hope you, any questions, I'd love to hear from anybody, and hope you all have a great rest of your week and weekend. See you next week.